Hello YouTubers and YouTubies, NorthCoastT here. Today we're going to be working on a 2019 Dodge Grand Caravan. Hopefully soon we'll get back to doing some work on the Panther platform, but necessity brings me to the Dodge Grand Caravan. Today we're going to be installing the wiring for the trailer hitch that I installed in the last video. Unfortunately, I already did the install. It was pouring down rain, so I had to just get it done and not be able to video it. So I'll go over what I did. So this is the trailer wiring kit that I got. I bought it with the trailer hitch. I bought it online from eBay, brand new, but you could probably Google that part number and it will get you the wiring kit. This is the same from 2011 all the way to the 2019. As far as I know, it hasn't changed. The box says it's for 2011 through 13, but this is a 19 and it worked on it. So what you tools needed for this install are flat blade screwdriver or trim removal tool, wire crimpers, strippers, test light so you can test your work at the end, 1/4 inch socket, 10mm socket, some way to drive those. I'm using my drill. And a little bit of patience. It doesn't actually take all that long. What I want to start with is pulling out these 10mm bolts here. There's 2 of them that hold the taillight in. This is a true plug and play. It's pretty sweet. The only wiring you're going to have to run that is not plug and play, as I'll show you, is a grounding wire and a power wire. They should have made this box. My only criticism of this kit is this box has to have power. What's weird, I tested these wires coming right off the taillight after I plugged in the T-harness, and they had power, but it would not run. Once it went through this box, it would not run the trailer lights. So this box needs the power for some reason, needs a 12 volt, which to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you have 12 volt, but maybe it's just a booster or something. So let's get started. Now that I removed the 2 10mm bolts, the taillight will pull straight out towards you. You can use a trim removal tool or a screwdriver or your fingernails, but you need to gain excess area. You don't want to scratch your paint though. So I took the flat blade, stuck it just barely in the crack there, and pulled forward away from the paint. And pulled it out of its locks. First one, just like that, pops out. Make sure you got a handle on the taillight so it doesn't go flying. But here's what you're working with. It's got these pins sit inside here to align it. There's 2 of them. This is what you're working with on the factory wiring on the taillight. This little red tab, you pull it down, and then right below it is a push connector. So you push it and disconnect it from the vehicle. Here's your factory wires coming off for the original taillight, coming out of the vehicle. So once you disconnect it, this plug and play harness, T-harness, has these little ridges in here. It can only go in one way. So you connect it to the original. Here's your original. It has 2 notches and 1 notch. And you're looking for the 2 notches and 1 notch. Match it up. Put it together. Make sure you hear it clip. So now you want to run the other set of T-harness. The yellow goes to the driver's side. The one with the green wire goes to the passenger side. You route it right down here. Here's your box. I just set it in here. It has a little tab where you can screw it in, but I already screwed one hole here. This is what you need your 1/4 inch for. It's a grounding strap. You just drill it in with it comes with a self-tapping screw. White wire off the box for whatever reason is ground. Ground it to the chassis. Thick black wire here has to run all the way to the front of the vehicle and connect to the battery. It needs a 12-volt power. And then your other wires, your 4 wire for the trailer and the T-harness with the green wire, route down through that hole here under the bumper. Drop your 4 wire here in the center to connect to your trailer, and then you run the other ones all behind the bumper. There's straps for the bumper. I ran them right behind there. Make sure you go above the exhaust here, and I zip tied it up high, brought the wires up the back here, back behind here, plugged it in, and then I zip tied the extra wire so it wouldn't touch the exhaust up in here. And then I just tucked my 4 wire in behind the bumper here and zip tied it. I zip tied it with enough to hang down to connect to a trailer. So that's as far as it'll go there, but I mean that's plenty. But I zip tied it up here so it won't fall out. And then when I'm not using it, I tuck it in. So it's really, really simple. It just takes a little, the longest thing it took was to run the power wire to the front. With the power wire, you want to take advantage of this opening here behind the bumper. Drop the power wire down. I ran it into the side of the trailer hitch housing, just to kind of hold it up, and then I followed the brake lines on the vehicle underneath all the way to the front, zip tying it along the way. Here's what it looks like under the hood. Brought it up here, following the brake lines, zip tied it. I do have to still clip these off yet. I tucked in the wires back here. It comes with plenty of wire. And then the inline fuse tucked under here. The hardest part for me was trying to bring it up through here. So what I ended up doing is taking a coat hanger, sticking it down where I wanted it to run, hooking it underneath the van, and then pulling it up. But I think it might be easier to go this way, down, and then run it all the way back. But like I said, the excess just tucks in down in here. Use this accessory post, put the eyelet on, and there you have it. Video helpful? If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And I also appreciate all of the subscriptions I can get. It's a small channel trying to grow. Thank you and have a good day.